too high. Come and talk to me. I really want to can I talk to you? I really want I put it all on her, I get it right back. She put it all on me, I couldn't fight that.
What's up, family? It's your big sis T Renee, and I am back today with another story. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hey, I'm hoping that one day you find something on this platform that resonates with you and make you want to come back and subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you so much for tuning in with me each time that I post, and I'm hoping that you enjoyed today's video. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support that you've been showing my channel. Thank you for any engagement you do on this channel, and I want to thank y'all for getting me to over 500 subscribers. And I hope that you come back and stay for the duration of my platform and help your girl get to 1,000 subscribers. So y'all continue to like anything that I post, leave comments, engage with each other or engage with me. I try to make sure that I comment on anything that you post. I know you all are here for a story time, and that's exactly what I want to give you. And before we get to that, go ahead, drop down below in that comment section and leave a hey girl, hey, what's up big sis? Again, I try to respond to everything that you post. And as you all have already seen today's title, you have some idea of what this story time is going to be about today. So let's get to that. Okay, so y'all, it is a new month. Happy August to you all. I'm hoping that this month is a very prosperous month. I'm hoping that you receive an abundant amount of blessings. Whatever it is that you feel like you need in your life or feel like you deserve, I'm hoping that God grants that favor in your life. So what I want to do this month is provide y'all different story times about the experiences I had while traveling. Whether it was going on trips with friends and family, different experiences I had with staying in different hotels and Airbnbs, just the transportation or whatever it is, I want to provide y'all that here. My reason for this is because I have a trip coming up very, very soon, and I'm pointing this particular trip out because it is the type of trip that I don't usually choose to go on, y'all. Like, if you know anything about me, if you've been here since whenever, and you have really watched my story times, and you know I mentioned that I'm not big on group trips. Nowadays, a lot of people is not. But I won't say don't go on them. Everybody's experiences will not be your experience. You have to know the people you're with. And I'm not saying that because I've had bad experiences. It's just that I know how I am as a person. I'm a very independent person. And going on a trip with large groups of people can be very hectic. It can be very chaotic. And if everybody is not on the same page and you don't plan well, or like have an itinerary of things to do and have some free time in between, it's not going to go well. I know how I am with chaos and just stuff being all over the place. I don't deal too well with it, so I choose to not do those things. But y'all, I have gone on a couple group trips, so we're going to talk about those. But I am deciding to go on this large group trip with people, and I can't wait to share that experience with you guys because it's so out of my element. It's something new for me, this type of trip that I'm going on, and I'm really looking forward to this trip. And it's just going to be a trip that's going to help me grow more in the travel industry. So I feel like this is something I needed to do. But anyway, you guys, we're going to get to this story time. My story time is basically going to be about a situation I had with an Airbnb. If you know me, I'm quick to choose an Airbnb over a hotel or a luxury resort. And it's mainly because I know that if I'm in an Airbnb, I'm more prone to go be amongst the locals, and the experience is going to be different. When you're staying in like a hotel or resort, you're going to be doing things more so at that hotel, because a lot of hotels, especially when you're traveling outside the U.S., they have restaurants like inside the hotel or some type of bar, or they have things like within that proximity. So you're going to pretty much do things right there. But especially the resort, it has everything you need. But I feel like when I'm out here in the Airbnb, I'm most definitely going to go be amongst the locals because I want that experience. I want to experience the culture. I want to try the different food outside of the tourist area, because that's another thing. Yes, a hotel is not like a luxury resort, but most times those hotels, especially a nice one, is within a touristy trap area. And if you don't know what a tourist trap area is, it's basically an area in a different place, an area in a particular place that cater to tourists. That means the overly priced a lot of times. The food is going to be a little more expensive. I mean, it's just gonna be a little bit too much, and you're gonna be like. But I wanted to give y'all this particular story time because I feel like this situation here just applies to everyday life. So yeah, I decided to go on a trip to the Dominican Republic, and I stayed in Punta Cana, of course. You know, the Dominican is pretty big, but I decided to stay in Punta Cana. And originally, this trip was gonna be where it was gonna be me and a friend, and I would give y'all that in a different story time. We're gonna talk about the Airbnb. So anyway, I basically went to Punta Cana on a solo vacation, and I'm somebody that do thorough research, y'all. Like I said, I've been staying in different Airbnbs. I'm at the Dominican Republic. I'm getting off my flight, and as soon as I get off my flight, I'm getting a call, I believe, from the host. I'm like, okay, it's kind of shocking. They was like, hey, is this Tania? I'm like, yeah, whatever. And they was like, well, we had to cancel your reservation with Airbnb because XYZ. I'm like, huh? All I heard was cancel my reservation. I said, what the hell you mean cancel my reservation? I just got off my flight. I'm in the DR. What the hell do you mean? Well, we have to cancel it because we're having electrical issues with the complex, and you just have to come back tomorrow. I said, so what the hell am I supposed to do? Where the hell am I supposed to stay? I'm in a foreign country. What do you mean? Like, y'all, it just was not registered to me. I'm hearing what they saying, but it was just not registering me the fact that I couldn't stay here because it was a serious issue going on. All I heard was, you canceled my reservation. I know I'm in this foreign country alone, and I just got here and I have nowhere to stay. So I didn't already pay my money. So I had to like really try to find a way to calm myself down without bringing attention to myself in this foreign country, knowing that I got to go and meet with immigration to get my stuff, you know, to get through here, because I didn't check a bag. I had to carry on a personal item, but I still had to go through immigration, and you know, they may have to check my stuff, and then I'm coming up playing all belligerent. I ain't trying to be arrested in the Dominican. So I'm trying to calm down, because, you know, they might not know what's going on with me. So I'm trying to calm down. I'm like, look, I got to go through immigration. I'm going to call you when I came from over here, because I just couldn't make out in my mind, like, what I'm going through. Like, I'm hearing it, but, yeah. So I get through immigration, whatever, and I'm calling the guy. I'm calling them back, whatever, the host. And it's like, yeah, Airbnb gonna, refund your money. But he's like, when you get to, he said, what you can do is come to the complex that you was going to stay in, and we'll get you a driver to take you anywhere you want to go. Great. I always hire a driver when I go places, but my driver was paid to take me into the original complex that I was going to. So, you know, they had to hire me somebody to take me to the new place that I was going to be staying when I found it. So yes, I'm like, okay. I need to call my driver and find out where my driver is. I'll call you when I get my driver and get in the vehicle, and I'll call you back and see what's up. Because like I said, I'm highly pissed off at this point. I'm freaked the hell out. I'm scared. And like I said, I done went through customs. Now I'm waiting on my driver. And once I meet my driver and get in the car, I'm on the phone with these people, and like, I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Like, should I call Airbnb? Are they going to call me? How are they going to help me? I mean, it's like, yeah, call them, tell them what's going on, and they're going to refund you your money. And he's like, I found some places for you to stay. Like, I found some other alternatives where you can stay that's still in the area, and you can select from those, and then just let Airbnb know, and then, we'll go from there. We'll get our driver to take you to the new Airbnb free of charge. You damn right it's gonna be free of charge. So y'all, the whole time I'm riding, I know I was looking so crazy. I was trying not to be rude to the driver or whatever, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I'm getting there. I'm explaining to him what's going on because at this point, he's hearing all this commotion. I'm like, yeah, man, them folks cancel my reservation. I'm going over here, but I'm going to have to find somewhere else to stay, like XYZ. So he drops me off. I tip him or whatever. I go to the complex, and I'm trying to explain to the person at the front desk that, hey, I had a reservation. They canceled it, but they told me to come here and try to give me another place to stay. So they don't really speak English. Luckily, I was able to speak a little Spanish to explain what was going on to them, and they was fine with me sitting there. But y'all, when I say I was sitting in this office, this lobby, like emotional as hell, crying, freaking the hell out, y'all. Like, I had all kinds of emotions going on because at this point, I don't know what's really going on. I had all kinds of things like, maybe this, like, is this a setup for them to try to do something else to me? Is they trying to come get me? And I was thinking all kinds of shit because, like I said, you go to these foreign places, you don't know really how to crime. They tell you things about crime, but you really don't know. You don't know if you're going to be put in a situation to be trafficking or anything. You just thinking all kinds of stuff in your mind. But I was there and I actually felt kind of safe. Like, I didn't feel like nobody was trying to do anything to me once I got to the original Airbnb that I was going to be staying in. Like I said, I'm talking to the host, the host, the Airbnb, all of them in there. I'm trying to find a place. So I ended up finding this Airbnb that was still very close by. And the Airbnb that I originally paid for was very close to like beaches and restaurants and everything like that. But I would have to like walk through the neighborhood to get to a lot of these places, which I was fine with. But it still can be very dangerous, especially at night. So I get my new Airbnb, and as we're driving, I'm realizing that this Airbnb is very, very close to the beach. All of these restaurants, all of the grocery stores and convenience stores. So I'm like, okay. So I started trying to calm down because I'm thinking like, okay, I went through all this for a reason. And so I started to realize once I got to my Airbnb that sometimes God allows us to go through a trial, what's the word I'm looking for? He allows us to, he has us experience certain things, and it's pretty much a test to test our faith. And while I was here freaking out and trying to find a way to take all in what was going on and just keep myself sane enough to figure out how to get myself out this situation, because like I said, I've already spent my money. So I had to cut into money that I wasn't planning on spending to get an Airbnb until I got refunded. So I had to book that new Airbnb for one day until, you know, I figured out if I want to stay there or, you know, get all my money, and if I want, yeah. So yeah, I booked it for one day to see if I would like it. So I get to the Airbnb, and like I said, I realized that sometimes God takes us through things to provide us. Sometimes God takes us with things to test our faith. So I get there and realize that I went through all of that because he had something way better for me ahead. Not only, like I said, not only was I close to everything, I got a major discount on a very, very nice Airbnb. Not one Airbnb, but two Airbnbs, because I eventually extended my stay at that one location. And y'all, the Airbnb was so lavish, so nice. That first Airbnb I was in, don't get me wrong, it was wonderful. But it had nothing on this particular Airbnb, on this complex. It was basically a very new complex, and I was right there with some locals. Y'all, I'm gonna make sure I provide pictures or video or something for y'all to see this. I really want y'all to go check out my travel vlogs when I was in the Punta Cana. I got a part 1 and part 2, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yeah, and I did like a tour of my, yeah, I got like part 1 and part 2 of my stay there. So y'all make sure y'all go and check out those vlogs. I'm sure I'll link it somewhere so y'all can go check those out. So I think it's in the playlist of Travel with Tania, something like that. Y'all go check out those videos. But yes, and y'all, my second Airbnb was a very big penthouse. But my second Airbnb was basically a penthouse. Y'all, these Airbnbs they were pretty expensive per night. And I was blessed to stay in them for pretty much a little bit of nothing. I got my money back and didn't even really, I'm not going to say I didn't need it because I most definitely need my money back. But I got my money back and I was good. You know what I'm saying? I still was, it's like I didn't even really spend a whole lot of money because I got a very big discount on the Airbnb. As a matter of fact, I ended up paying less for these 2 particular stays than I did at that first Airbnb. In total, I ended up paying less for 2 different Airbnbs. And like I said, that second one, very, very nice. Pretty much you can tell it was a new building. The hostess were so nice and so sweet. And I like them. It's like a group of like a group of people got together and bought properties. Like it was like a co-op thing. And y'all, they was so nice. They allowed me to extend my checkout time until my other one was ready. So I feel like I had to wait on the bigger blessing. I know y'all like it's not that deep, but it is that deep. Any blessing, no matter how big it is a blessing that you deserve. It's a blessing that God saw fit to give you favor to have. So, and I'm saying this to say where it applies to lives. Sometimes we have to go through the storms. You hear that, y'all. It's so cliche, but it's so true. Sometimes we have to go through some things and to prepare us for the grander scheme of things, So, sometimes our faith gets tested. But if we don't have even just a little bit of faith and we worry why we're supposed to have faith, then we're never going to see we're never going to see the blessing in the end. So, like I said, I was in there freaking out, crying, scared, but I had to calm myself down and try to be optimistic about the situation and realize that, hey, I'm being blocked from this for a reason. And I saw that reason and I had a wonderful trip. And even before then, like I said, I had a situation with a friend because the trip was supposed to be me and a friend. It didn't go that way. And I'm like, why am I going through this for my trip? It's like nothing want to go right. But everything went right how it was supposed to. And I'm so grateful for that. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you stayed for the duration of this video, I know it wasn't a wild and crazy story time, but it was a new experience for me because, like I said, I've been staying in Airbnbs and I never had a bad situation, but that really freaked me out. And it can happen to anybody. Like I said, you can plan everything and everything can be going right, and then it can also go wrong, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna stop this right here. I hope y'all come back and tune in for the other story times because they do get crazier. Like I said, this month I am trying to give y'all story times that are relating to my traveling. And make sure y'all go ahead and drop down below in that comment section. Let's chat. If you want to talk about a situation you had when you were traveling or any type of bad Airbnb experience that you had, because I've known people to have crazy Airbnb situations. I'm sure plenty of people have had them. I don't really think I've had any crazy Airbnb stories. I don't think I have anything crazy other than me freaking out about not having someplace to stay. Anyway, y'all, make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank y'all for the love that you have been showing my platform. Thank you to the new subscribers. I'm hoping that you continue to stay subscribed and engage with this channel, you guys. Make sure y'all turn on y'all post bell notifications if you haven't already posted. I have recently added a membership section on my channel. I kind of really want to get into that, and I'm hoping you guys want to be a part of my membership. So I may try to do like a poll and see who will join the membership, because I most definitely will be providing other type of story times that are a little more juicy that I want to provide on the public forum, because on there I can see exactly who's in my membership, and I love that. So if you want to tune in for some real juicy stuff, If you want to hear some story times, it's going to allow you to learn more about me and get to know me a little bit, you know, more personal, then let me know what y'all think about the membership section. Again, y'all, thank y'all so much if you stayed for the duration of the video. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.